go better during the conference room. That
All
would.
right, as soon as that door open though, let me know.
What now?
Just in case you hear the door open, let me know.
I will.
Make sure nobody can steal it.
That sounds good. Very well, it's 6:02. This is February the 10th, 2025. This is a meeting of the Floresville Economic Development Corporation. I'd like to call this meeting to order and certify a quorum. With us, we have our interim city manager, Monica Belize. We have our finance director, Cynthia Stern. We have our assistant executive director, Charlotte Nelson. We have our temp special assistant, Annette Montez. We have Drew Pope. And we have Ben Lamberth. We have our attorney, Krista Scott. We have Randy Pruitt, myself, Ray Lamberth. We have Rachel Draper with the Wilson County News. Welcome. Join us in the invitation, please.
Yes. Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to serve our community. Grant us wisdom, unity, and discernment as we make decisions for the good of all. May our work be guided by integrity, fairness, and a spirit of service. Bless our city, its leaders, and its people. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Very well, starting off with item number 4, do we have any public comments? Going once, going twice. Very well. On item number 5, presentation discussion about online marketing update regarding the market in Floresville. Krista Scott.
Hi, thank you for having me back. I wanted to give a recap. I will try my best to keep it very brief. Overall, the market was a huge success. We ended up having 75 vendors. Of those 75, of course, we had some nonprofits, we had some youth vendors. As you remember, at the beginning of January, I think we had around 30 vendors. So bumping just in a short couple of weeks all the way up to 75 is remarkable anyways. I did count 23 vendors that were from Floresville. I've actually added that to the registration process. It asks, where is your business located? That way we can get a more accurate count for future markets. I know that number is pretty important. Swag partnership with Love is Sweets and Flow Street, the Flower Basket Sisters, and Arts Baked Goods was a huge success as well. It really did encourage foot traffic. Usually at markets, you don't usually see a lot of foot traffic right at 9, but there were people waiting in line for those swag. It was just busy. It was so busy. It was so great. We heard so many great things about the line dancers in the street, the live music, the DJ. I mean, there were older women doing the Macarena in the street. I mean, everybody was just having a great time. There were bubbles, there was kids playing cornhole. It was a really great vibe. So we also had a Floresville officer present, and he reported good things too. There was no trouble at the market, which was great. It was a relief because it is a family-friendly market, but it was good having them there. That's extra peace of mind.
For sure.
The vendor feedback form that I send out, because the market just happened 2 days ago, I've only got 15 responses. But of those 15, people are sharing positive stories about their neighbors, about the community, about the customers. I just can't stop gushing over how positive this event is and was. People were saying, the vendors were saying the helpers of the city were a big help with unloading their vehicles, helping set up tents. That was huge. That was a big deal. People from the community were saying it was great to have the picnic tables to rest and to sit down and eat and enjoy the live music. We did get some suggestions from the vendors that did give feedback. Nothing huge, but we've got some opportunities, and I can share those either today or at a later time. I also printed them out for everybody to take home if they wanted to review those opportunities. Mainly it was about traffic flow in the morning time, things that we could be doing better. And then restrooms being a little bit more closer to centralizing. That way people aren't having to walk so far. But again, nothing huge. One of the questions on the vendor feedback form is to gauge the economic impact of the market. Would they mind sharing their sales for that day? And we keep it anonymous. We just would like to see the sales. That way we have a number to kind of back us up. So right now, the average from the 8 vendors that gave their information, it was $533. And so, as you know, we had 70 vendors. So to get an average, I mean, this is being pretty conservative because we did have 75 vendors anyways. So I estimated $533 times 70 vendors is $37,000. So that doesn't include brick and mortars. And so after people saw the success of the market, we had brick and mortars reaching out saying, hey, I've had high sales, we opened up early, this is great, we want to contribute, we want to participate in the future. Let us know. Of those people were Big Mike's Outpost. There was a mobile vendor who wants to contribute. Her daughter's actually running a lemonade booth. It's a food truck actually, and they want to contribute. So lots of positivity. People want to contribute. Sisters is one of them. As you know, they're moving downtown, so they want to know how they can participate and collaborate, and we welcome that. In the vendor group right now, we have 295 small business owners. On the Facebook Market page, we have 2,333 followers, and in January it was 1,500, so that's quite a jump. Additional advertising and marketing costs. So right now we donated to Graceland's stuffed animal drive. That was also a big hit. People were coming with stuffed animals. They were bringing their kids and wanting to donate stuffed animals to the Methodist Children's Hospital, which is great for community engagement and just give back. We did give out an HEB gift card. That winner was Rosalie, and she was very thankful. She said she never wins anything, and isn't that always the case? We also gave out volunteer gift cards. We had the swag carrier cups, some other costs, signage, replacement of current equipment, some snacks, waters for the volunteers. And so with future markets right now, we are catching the eyes of different cities. Different cities are reaching out and saying, hey, what are you doing? Like, how are you doing this? And so they're wanting some information, and I plan on sharing the information with them. I think it's great. We should have more markets, and we're not hiding anything. So I am prepared to show them what I'm doing. But I thought that was great. Right now for March 8th, we have 12 vendors signed up. That will climb. I plan to open up the 4th of July event as soon as we know what time that event is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be at night, but I want to let my vendors know before I open up that date.
I can add to that. The time is going to be 3 in the afternoon until as late as they want to stay.
Okay.
So set up as early as 1 o'clock or noon.
Right.
Monica. So
Okay. Great.
that's the time frame.
What time does the event usually end? Like fireworks? Just curious.
So fireworks are at 9:30, and I'm sorry, at 9. The last performance is from 9:30 to 11.
Okay. So if they wanted to stay till 11,
They can stay till 11.
Okay. I'll let them know. Okay. I'm seeking 3 to 4 volunteers for all future markets. So if you know of anybody or if you guys are interested, please reach out. I'm going to continue working on the website design, social media, vendor communications, vendor recruiting, and marketing for future events. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I think you did a fantastic job. I think we need to have a special thank you to Monica and city staff. Without them, we would have had a really hard time. We might not have made it. So I think everybody put it together was great, very positive. Feedback's been positive. I think you did an outstanding job as well as everybody pitching in to help you. Look forward to doing another one.
Yeah, me too. It was a group effort all the way. Okay, great. And then on the information that I'm sending home with you guys are some analytics from the website, from the Google Business Profile, and then also from Facebook, so meta analytics. So if you have any questions about that, I'm always available. Text me, call me, and yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Before you tell the people what we're doing, tell them they have to come at least for one day to bring some people with them.
Okay, yeah.
Buy a booth,
Yeah.
display.
You gotta buy in.
That's it. Very well. Moving on to item number 6, consent agenda. The following items are considered routine by the Floresville Economic Development Corporation and will be enacted by one motion. There will not be a separate discussion on these items unless requested by a board member, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and discussed after the consent agenda. 6A, consideration and possible action to approve the minutes of FEDC's regular meeting held on January the 13th, 2025. And also consideration and possible action on our finance statement, financials from January 2025. We had those like last meeting. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so for January through January 2025, on the first sheet there, it does show the budget to actual analysis. So for January 2025, revenues brought in are $460,648. That is, on here I know it shows 24% and we're through January, which is 33% through the year, but that's because we are looking to do a fund balance draw, and that will not be done until the end of the fiscal year. So that is skewed a little bit there. For expenses, in total, we spent $170,473, with overall in the positive $290,175. Expense-wise, y'all are within, actually below, so.
Great.
So it's good there. I did want to tell you, I didn't get copies for you all, but currently bank balance, I am showing 3.1 million, and our sweep account is currently at 4.25% for the yield, the current yield on that through January. So the rate has held up.
Nice to have a savings.
Yeah, no concern.
Does anybody have any questions for Cindy?
Oh, and I did want to say one more thing. I did reach out to our financial advisor, Victor Fioga, about, I know they did that presentation last month on, I don't know if it was a loan or a grant or what we're looking for additional revenue for the Phelps remodel, what y'all want to do. He's just needing an estimated amount so that he can compute like a capacity report for you all. If I can get him that figure, he can do it, just to let you all know what you can afford. He said if it's a grant, then it's free game, but again, be very careful. Sometimes they say they're grants, but it's really a loan.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, keep us out of trouble. You know, I skipped past 6A. I was there. I thought we were going to tie these two together, so we need to back up to that if you would. And then somebody make a motion to approve the minutes from January the 13th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes for January.
Have a motion by Ben.
Second.
Second by Chuck. All in favor? Raise your right hand. All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, now we're jumping down to item 7. Discussion and possible action to considering. Item 7A, consideration and action to approve the facade and signage grant for Eagle Fort Inn in the amount of $5,003.86. Yes, sir.
Good evening. Thank you for having me over here. This is the first time, so I don't know what I tell you. But anyways, yes, I'm requesting grant, basically to improve my signage. Right now, what I have, it's, what I got from feedback from the customers were like, they pass by and they're like, where's the sign? Where's the shell actually? So that's not good. So we need to have, I need to have a good sign, so that's one. And what I have right now is still like it's, the lighting is pretty much going out, so we need to improve that for night. And the facing is all fading out too. And since it's on 10th Street, Main Street, what I consider, if like better signage, it's better looking, so it's like better for city, I think.
Oh, yeah, we want to work with you for sure.
And other thing is like since I'm right on like by the street light, I believe that's like I need to have it sign popping out because since it's like by the sign, stop light, people need to get additional light instead of where the sign is for the hotel. So more visible sign is there for the business.
So he did provide 3 quotes that are in your packet. And the US Signs quote is the best option he's chosen. And the sign will be an LED sign, correct?
Correct. Inside
To be
the,
brighter.
yes.
The diagram or the picture on the actual quote shows red, but you may not go with red because there's Wendy's and Dairy Queen and
Correct.
Red Crosses, too much red. But he just has to decide what background picture. And that is the best quote of the 3 that he provided us. So, we can get a motion to approve 50% of the grant, of the total amount. The grant request is $5,003.86.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion. A second.
Motion by Drew, second by Ben. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed? 3-0, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
See how easy
Be
that
in
was?
touch.
I'm gonna just go.
Okay, sure.
Item number 8, Assistant Director's update. Charlotte?
Yes, sir. First off, Monday, upcoming Monday, the 17th is a city holiday, President's Day. So our office will be closed. Keep that in mind. So I had applied, I submitted an application to the Texas First Street Initiative. Basically, it's a combination of the Historical Society and the Main Street program. So it's workshops that are held quarterly, but they're done via a webinar. And they will discuss best practices for preservation and revitalization of downtowns. So we were one of the 14 communities selected, and anyone is welcome to log in as well. These meetings will be recorded, and if you would like for me to forward you a recorded meeting, let me know. But if you'd like to log in, let me know as well, and I can send you the meeting invite. There's no cost for us. It's just a best practices training. It's an education process for revitalization success for our downtown. So as I learn information, I will report it back to you.
Do you have any questions for Charlotte?
I know that in a past meeting, we spoke of a photographer for Texas Film Friendly, becoming film certified. And Annette was able to locate Mr. Eric McCowan, who's a filmmaker in Bastrop County. And based on his credentials and his fee, I thought he'd be a great person to have on board to conduct this project on our behalf. And in addition to that, Annette created a flyer that will be in the Wilson County News so that we could ask property owners if they have hidden gems, if they are open to having a photographer go onto their property with their permission. That way when the photographer schedules with us, and he did suggest the springtime, it would be best to come take pictures in the area. So if landowners, ranch owners want to let us onto their property, we'll have their permission prior to. The last item I have is the Austin Days at the Capitol. March 5th and 6th. If you are interested in attending, please let me know. I can RSVP for you. The 6th is when the legislative meetings are going to be held from 9 to 4 p.m. And there is a reception to be held in the evening, hosted by Pearsall, Somerset, and we're on the flyer as well as a contributing city. So if anyone is interested or able to attend, please let me know. The topics discussed that day will be transportation, economic development, water, wastewater, public safety, border security, energy, and natural resources.
If we're on the flyer as far as the deal, 6th, what do we need, or we need to bring something, take something, donate something? What's going to happen?
No, I just need a head count right now so I can RSVP to Ernie Gonzalez if you want to attend. On the page prior to the flyer of the reception, he indicated on the 5th, 6 p.m. an EMC reception. If we want to attend, then that would mean we would have to get a hotel stay, but he didn't provide much information regarding the 5th. I figured on the 6th, if you want to drive up in the morning, go to meetings, stay for the reception, and then drive back. But that's going to be up to whomever wants to attend that day. You also have a folder, manila folder, for the auditors that will begin our city audit. And the questionnaire needs to be completed by each of you, signed, and returned to me, so that we can get them to the auditors when we start their audits. And that's all I have for today.
Sounds good. Any questions, guys? Sure. Comments? No? With that being said, I guess we're out of 9. We're adjourned.